السلام عليكم. مقطع C++ شرح أو تقريبا بنحاول نغطي الليكتشر الثالث أغلبه يعني data types وكل الأشياء يعني الأشياء يعني ال functions that we use ويعني السوالف اللي في lecture 2 C in C out and stuff. فخلينا نبدي. First things first, هذا الكود قدامنا هو main outline for basically most of the code that we're doing in this course. This is just to include a dictionary. We can use different functions of this dictionary, and هذه main function حقتنا. طبعا قاعد استخدم برنامج VS Code. Okay, let's see, let's make sure everything is running. Yes, hello world, Sinan here, it's working. فنبدأ. أول حاجة في اللغة حقتنا C++, we have different data types. عندنا نوعين data types أساسيا حاليا في الأرقام. أول data type مهم عندنا هو الint أو الانتجر، هو رقم بدون decimal points، يعني int 34 and so on. هذا integer. فيعني مثلا int age، يعني ال age حقك ما بيكون شو اسمه فاصلة حاجة، يعني يمدي بالفاصلة يعني إذا في أشهر، بس أساسا بيكون في العادة integer. عندنا the second data type that we have is the double. double يعني عادي يكون في decimal points. So for example, price of something, price can equal 34.99، يعني هذا هو ممكن يكون السعر. The data types that we have can have more than one type in the same type. So we can have a short integer or a long integer. So we can declare that this integer, so let's say this is a long integer, and let's say something that can be a long integer. Okay, and we can also do the same with doubles, as in long double or even short double. Okay. Okay, I forgot to write long. Okay. What other things do we have in the slides? So we have a float type. We have float, whatever it is, basically declares a floating point number. It has a limit of 7 digits, I think. And then we can move on to the other data type that we have, which is the char data, which is short for character. It's just any single character on the keyboard. It doesn't have to be a letter, it can be a number or whatever. So let's just say, for example, operation. We are just giving you examples here. So we know how variables work from Python, so I'm not gonna go over it again here. We're gonna move on to how we declare these variables. So as I shown here, let's say we wanna make a new integer and we're just gonna call it age. Now I have declared the variable, so here is basically the type of the variable, or the data type of the variable, and this is the variable, and we can also declare multiple variables at the same time. So we have age, address, or let's just say postcode, so as an integer. So you want to write your address as an integer, you can say postcode is an integer. For example, let's say we wanna double a distance and speed, for example. These are this is how we declare variables or multiple variables at the same time. How do we initialize these variables? So when we gave these variables a name or we declared them, we didn't initialize them. So how do we do that? So basically, let's say we want to give age a value. We can just say age equals 18. Okay, and maybe postcode equal oops, I forgot the semicolon. Let's say 3. Okay, I'm just gonna DDoS myself. We can even declare multiple stuff at the same time. Or we can even declare and initialize the same thing, the object. So let's say we take age here, and we can just simply declare age equals 18 at the same time. And we can even declare constants in C++. So we can say const integer, let's say number, let's go sandwiches. It is gonna be constantly 16, for example. This value can be changed like a variable, but it is common to name them. So I made a mistake here. It is common to name them in all capitals, so we know that it's a constant. We can move on to a different part of the slide. So how do we get output in C++? So output, we use a function called cout, which we imported using the IO stream and using namespace. See, this allows us to use cout and cin. So how do we use the out? Let's say we want to output the age. So cout, 2 pointing arrows into the cout, as in we're inputting stuff into the cout. And then let's say, for example, age. Let's run this code. So oops, I forgot to write the semicolon. Okay, so it's gonna output the age here. We can output multiple things at the same time by using one more arrow, and or let's just say age is this, and your age is, and let's run this code. So we're gonna have a good output. We can use different quotes. So I used a double quote. However, when we have, for example, a car type, let's say character, operation, this is short for operation, and we wanna enter and use an operation in whatever we're doing, we have to use single quotes rather than double quotes. We already do. So another thing that we can do is basically use new lines or the tab character. So this thing, we can use it to do different sort of things. So n basically means a new line. So when we print, it's gonna be 18, and we can maybe do tab, so it's gonna give us a tab. Whatever tab, basically tab is like 4 spaces, I think, something like that. And we can do, if let's say we want to use this character, but if we do it, if we leave it alone, it's just gonna give us an error. So we want to use it, so we just put another one here, and we are gonna get the character that we want to use. Or we want to use a quote. Inside the quote, we can use we can just put it after this slash thingy, backslash, and we're gonna get a quote. There are many other functions, I think, but we're not gonna go over them in this video. So now, how do we give data or get data from the user? So let's say that age wasn't initialized here, so we just ask age, and here we're gonna ask them, so we just say, please give us your age, and let's just give it a new line, so the user writes their age in a different line. We use a function called cin, and we use a different arrow as in the input, and just call it age. Then we can just out age, one sec, age. So please give us your age, and let's say I'm 19. Oops, I think the program is lagging for me, not sure why. One sec, let me try and rerun. Okay, don't know why it's not really letting me write any info stuff, but we move, I think. Let me try. Okay, I don't know. For some weird reason, I cannot give any input. Don't know why. Okay, we can't give any input for some reason. I think it's working. One sec, let me so just to make sure it is working. Let's say 18 here. Okay, it's not. I've got no clue why it's not working right now. But we move. Just act like we don't see nothing. It's supposed to give us our code back, but C++ is just a stupid language. Just doesn't make sense, and let's just keep on doing whatever we're doing. So I think this is just the outline that you're gonna use in most of the C++ code. So include, using namespace, a main function, and a return 0, which I'm gonna explain in another video since it's completely broken right now. So that's it for the functions in this video. So hopefully it's helpful. Maybe someone will watch it one day and say, wow, this Arab guy is really good at teaching. Goodbye.